What's up, guys? It's your boy Classic Duro over here with my buddy Andre at Galactic Quest. And what did you play today?
I played Cyber Dragon Infinitrax.
Okay, and what was your score?
I went 4-1.
All right, that's good. Show us what you got.
All right. So for the deck profile, you gotta play 3 of the OG Cyber Dragon. No explanation needed. They control monster, you don't. Summon them out. It's great. I got secret rares just the other day, so
oh, nice.
Rarity bump. All right. You gotta also play 3 core. Mandatory. He's your searcher. You want to see this card in your opening hand as much as you possibly can. Searches everything you could possibly need. Emergency is probably what you want to go for 9 times out of 10, or repair plan. Alright, those. Alright, you play 3 Hers. So Hers is really good, especially off of Galaxy Soldier. If you have Galaxy Soldier in your hand and Hers, you can combo off so hard. And basically, you're going to get an infinity no matter what if you get these.
Ash Blossom.
That's why you have Called by the Grave in your side, because you want to go second 9 times out of 10. 3 Napster. This is the greatest addition to Cyber Dragon that we've gotten in recent years.
Oh my god, we had to wait so long for it too.
Right, it was an incredibly long time. It has everything you need, and if you decide to play an Orcus card, or an Orcus engine, you can revive Dingirsu off of it, because he has 2100 defense. And attack or defense, not both. He doesn't have to have both, he just has to have one or the other.
Look at my other video to find out more about that combo.
Exactly. Alright, you play the 1 Veer. I know he's a brick, I know you don't like him, but if you summon Core and then summon Veer, you are chain blocked. They cannot Ash your Core, so you just keep going, do whatever you want. He's a great card. I only saw him when I needed him today. I actually searched him off of Emergency, and he saved my bacon once, so I am not going to complain about this card.
Fun fact, so for people that don't know though, if you summon Core and Veer, you cannot machine dupe until Veer's off the field.
Exactly, you have to kill Veer first, which 9 times out of 10 you're going to contact Fuse because you're going second. Alright, only 2 Soldier. Reason being, if you see this card in your opening hand and you don't have a light machine to discard for it, it is dead. It's beyond dead. It's a cinder block, not a brick.
So here's why I like to have 3, because sometimes that happens, but it just happens to be 2 of them.
Yeah, if you see 2 of these in your opening hand, you're gonna scoop almost 9 times out of 10, unless you got a full hand of monsters. Alright? The 1 of Infinitrax. The reason why you play this, and it's a 3-card engine to get you to VFD, and you only have to put 1 extra card in your main deck and 2 cards in your extra deck, that's it. It's a great card. It won me 3 games today, just having this. And making VFD against my opponent, they never saw it coming. You freeze them out, and then you just play Infinity. Alright? Because I make money, I play Phantasme. If you're not going to play Phantasme, and you have slightly less money, you can play Levianeer, and if you can't afford Levianeers, you can always play Pankratops. I don't like Pankratops because it interferes with the deck a lot, but you can get away with it. Phantasme is just great. The draw power is amazing. There's no real complaint about him.
And he recycles your hand.
And he cycles your hand, which is really nice.
And stops targeting.
Exactly. 3 Ash Blossoms.
Of course. Why?
Because money was a problem when I was building this deck. I got the 3 Ash Blossoms. They were given to me for free. Luca, I don't care what you say. Free is free, alright?
We both know what's in your binder.
I know what's in my binder. I got money in my binder, but you know what? The money's in my binder's not going away for these. I play 2 Ogre. I play Ogre over Veiler. Ogre is a bit better because you want to swing as hard as you can. It gets the monster off the field. Against Salamangreat, this is amazing.
Oh yeah.
So I play it for that. Even though Salamangreat's been hit, it's still a good card to have. There's no reason not to play. If you don't want to play Ogre, you can always play Veiler. There is no reason not to play one over the other. Alright, I also play 3 Cyber Emergencies. Love this card.
Well, I mean, of course. You run any less than 3 of these, you obviously don't have your 3rd.
It's a cardinal sin. It's a sin not to play it at 3. I had a couple people negate it today, negate the whole activation, so I just got to recycle it back to my hand. I dumped Hers off of it the one time, so I got Cyber Dragon, plus reactivating this. It swung me the game so hard.
People forget that it can recycle itself, and it's great.
Yep. Alright, 3 Machine Dupes. I know people have been cutting this to 2.
I don't see why. It's so important.
It really makes or breaks you. I saw it in my opening hand twice against Salamangreat in both games, and in both games it was the determining factor to me winning. I OTK'd both times. It's great. I don't see any reason to play this at less than 3.
You know what I really love? If I have this in hand, and if I have core in hand, and they ash the core.
Oh yeah, no, that is the most satisfying feeling in the world. Every time somebody ashes my core, you just see me under the table like, oh yes, please continue to do so.
You don't want to ask core?
You do not want to ash core. If you ash core and I've got machine dupe, I still get machine dupe. You wasted your ash for no reason. So
What were you gonna search up?
I don't need to search off core. Nine times out of 10, if I've got core and this in my hand, I don't need to search. I'm at least getting to infinity.
You're good.
All right, 2 repair plants. This card is great. This is how you search soldier. You cannot search soldier off of emergency. People forget
You
that.
cannot,
A lot. You
yeah.
can tribute summon him so he counts. You can search it off of this, which is great. If you've got 3 Cyber Dragons engraved, I will remind everybody of this as many times as I can. Use the second effect first, then the first, because it blocks the first effect from being ashed. So make sure you're following that order. I know it's something you're going to fall into just because you're going to look down at it and see first and second in the order on the card. Make sure you go in reverse. All right? All right. 2 Overload Fusions. This card's great.
Yeah.
I mean, banishes from your graveyard, sets you up fine. It's really a good card. It helped me win a couple of games today. You might cut it to 1. You could do it if you want to, but I don't see any reason to. And this is one of the cards I side out every time if I need to, and that's why these are in different rarities.
I personally like it at 2.
I love it at 2.
And in like pure, I actually played it at 3.
You can. You can also play it at 3. A lot of people like to play Power Bond these days. I don't see the reason. I prefer Overload. It does a little bit more work in my opinion. Alright. 2 Twin Twisters.
Yep.
This card is life.
Yeah.
Right?
Back row. God.
Back row removal. It won me a game today against Volcanics of all things.
I saw that.
In round 3. He used Judgment on my first Twin Twisters. Actually, used Dark on my first Twin Twisters, and the draw gave me the second. And I blew up the rest of his back row. So this is great card. You need it. Back row is evil. You just don't like seeing it.
Back row.
Alright, the one-ofs for spells.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You do 1 Rev System because it's a monster reborn on steroids. It makes so the monster can't be destroyed.
And it can summon from hand.
And it can go from hand too, so it's a great card. Foolish Burial, 9 times out of 10, you're going to send hers. You can send core though, on occasion. Send core and you get a summon from your deck, so not a bad idea either. And then Cyberload Fusion, this card can be a brick. It can be a brick in your opening hand. If you see Overload Fusion first, or you see both of them in your hand, it's great.
As long as you can get 2 monsters in the grave.
Right, if I put 2 in the grave, you're dead. And this is Cyber Dragons. We put monsters in the grave like nobody's business.
No, you don't.
I do. Alright, for traps, you're running 3 impermanents. If you can't afford impermanents, Veiler's the option.
It's getting another reprint soon, so...
Right, and look at me. I'm playing 2 secret rares and an ultra.
I'm doing... I think so, but I'm doing the reverse. I have 2 ultras and 1 secret.
You're just being weird out here, Luca.
Well, that's how I got them.
Alright then. But this is a great card. It's not once per turn. I used it twice against a guy in the same turn. It was amazing.
And it's got Infinity on it.
Yeah, it's got Infinity on it. I can't not play it. Alright, and the last thing you're going to play is 1 Cybernetic Overflow.
Why didn't this get the hollow reprint?
I know.
In the Megatins. I'm so mad.
It's infuriating. It needs a hollow reprint. I've set this card before and people have blown it up. I'm like, why did you just do that? You gave me a free emergency, a free rev system, any cyber card I want. It's in my hand. And it's non-targeting removal, alright? If you use this against your opponent and they have stuff that defends against targeting, still activate it. It will kill them. But remember, you have to have Cyber Dragons of different levels. You have a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5 in here. So the most you're going to get is 4, but if you need more than 4, your opponent's probably beating you in here.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want side or extra next?
Extra.
Alright, let's go off to the extra deck. For the extra deck, you are running 2 Chimeratech Mega Fleet Dragon because you have to. This card kills an extra Monster Zone monster. It's great. It's 2400 sitting. It's a good card. It just helps you clear boards and then just go off. Alright, 2 Rampage Dragon. On summon, it's spell and trap removal. You need it, you love it, you want to see it. After that, send 2 to the grave, get 3 attacks. It's not 2 attacks, it's 2 additional
attacks. Another Seeger?
Under Seeger, it's game. It's game. If you blow up their back row and you summon this with Seeger, just extend your hand. Extend your hand. And he's 5. He's also a level 5, so you can make Nova.
I have had to do that in the past.
Yeah, and you don't like to do it, but what I would recommend is if you can swing with this, give them 63, make Nova and Infinity after that, and just wait till next turn. You're going to probably kill them the turn after.
Oh, I actually had to do that once because it was a pseudo brick. I was playing around like multiple back row, and then I had to steal their monster with. So it was actually a necessary thing to go into.
Right. Alright, I played the 1 Fortress. I'm possibly thinking about bumping this to 2, possibly. Just because Orcus is still a thing. You see an Orcus player though, this card is 130% live.
Oh yes.
I've played games where they had a full Orcus board, 4 machines. I summoned Core, and they got ready to Ash the effect, which is actually a mandatory effect, keep that in mind.
Yep.
They went to Ash the Core, and I was like, alright, fine. Give me all of your monsters, I'm still going to kill you. And it was about 5 to 6k damage to the face. They're not going anywhere. You got them. You just got them. Alright, you need 2 Novas and 2 Infinity. Nova's great. He can help you with OTK just on him. A lot of people try to save their negates for Infinity, but you can get him to 4,200 pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
And just with his effect, Reborn out of the grave. Remember, if you're going to detach the normal Cyber Dragon that you have for him, you have to have another Cyber Dragon in your grave to hit it.
Oh yeah. You need a target first. It's kind of like the ABC engine. You can't use their effects if you don't already have a target. But then you can pick and choose however you
Yeah,
want.
and then you can do whatever you want. And he's great.
And people, please, when you're playing against Cyber Dragons, please ogre this.
Oh yeah,
we beg you.
ogre it, strike it, super poly it, whatever.
Actually, striking. Wait, is it just destruction?
it's sending. If you send it to the graveyard, I
Yeah.
get the effect. So strike it, ogre it, super poly it. I'm going where I want to go. My man here knows what that's about. Yeah. Help me get the dub in the World Championship celebration. Infinity is great. Make this, make this, and absorb whatever you have in your extra monster zone, and especially if it's a machine, because you can get Fortress, you can get Mega Fleeted yourself. So make sure that you absorb whatever you can to prevent that from happening.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, it's painful. It's painful to have happen to you. All right, the One River Stormer. This card helps you get to the next card, VFD.
So how does that happen again? Because honestly, I just haven't read the cards.
I can show you guys the combo if you don't mind. I can show the combo at the end of the video. It's a quick combo, but it is life. This gives you a going first option, which you desperately need. A lot of the times you'll see your opponent will see you go second, you'll kill them, and they'll force you to go first. Just by having this, you got to go in first option. They'll stall you out for at least a turn, and you can kill your opponent the following. And he's a 3,000 bead stick. I mean, how do you say no
yeah.
to that? Alright, Lynx. Almirage, thank you,
A godsend.
thank you for coming out. Next to Natster, you're the best thing that ever happened to this deck.
Because now we can link away the core.
Right, and it's got a diagonal arrow, so you can go out of your way and you can keep Mech Knights from hitting the field. Keep that in mind. That's what makes this card really good, and Core's not dead for you anymore on the field. Alright, Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget is what helps make the combo to VFD. Alright, I'll show you guys that, like I said. I'll show you how he works and what he can do for you, but great monster overall. He's still a machine, and he's light, so what are you going to complain about?
Exactly.
Genius. You want to make Genius going second, because your opponent will have something on the field. You can use Genius on your normal Cyber Dragon, not like OG Cyber Dragon. Use it on him, then go ahead and just negate an effect on their field and keep going off with your combo. It's a great, great card. People forget about that, and he can't be hit by spells, by your opponent's spells and traps. So he helps out a lot. He's a really good card. And then, of course, mandatory must play Seeker.
Of course. Are you
Oh.
excited for the prismatic?
Yes, oh my god, like on the hunt. I'm half Nigerian and I'm about to channel all of that blood into hunting for this in Prismatic Secret Rare. Alright? I'll be out in the Mega Tins with blow darts, guys. Come on, I'm hunting for it. I'm hunting for it. Alright.
Side decks usually just dependent on the meta, but let's see it really quick.
Yeah, so this side deck kind of goes against all meta, so it just gives you a lot of options. Alright, you play 2 Denko Sekka. Back row, hate on it. It helped me out a lot today.
I saw it.
It will do a lot of work for you. So you need 2 Denko. I play 2 Border.
Searchable anyway, so.
Search it off of Repair Plant. It does great work for you. It's a great card. Locks out Altergeist. If anybody's playing Altergeist and you drop this against them, they're probably gonna scoop.
Ultrageist in 2019.
Hey, ask Zach about it. 2-sphere mode. Your opponent makes a big board against you. Just give them this. Give them the testicle.
Bye-bye.
And then scoop it up with Infinity. And just be like, alright, I gave you one monster and I took away. So give me that. And I got free negate fun. 2 Call by the Grave. If your opponent forces you to go first, you hate Ash. You don't want to see it. Even though if they Ash the core, you kind of want them to do it. But
Oh, yeah.
if you just want to be extra mean, give yourself a Call by the Grave.
I'm also excited for the Prismatic for that.
Oh yeah, entirely. 2 Evenlies. I'm not maining these just because you don't want to skip your battle phase. If you are forced into it, and you know your opponent's going to make a good board against you, play this. It's not going to hurt you. It's a really good card. Alright, 2 Red Reboot. Half your life points is a steep cost. I will fully admit that. But being able to activate it from the hand is great. I was playing Royal Decrees before. Royal Decree or this. If you can't afford this or you can't find this, just get Royal Decrees. It's the same thing.
I will never forget.
Did you just say
I will never forget how this card won me a match against Sky Strikers. Because I sided it in, and I didn't know I was playing against Sky Strikers because they didn't activate any Sky Striker cards.
Yikes.
But
Just
they
nice.
tried to summon limit me, and then that popped on the field and proceeded to OTK.
Yo. Alright. 2 anti-spell. Suck it, Pendulums. Just suck it. There's a guy at our locals I have a visceral disdain for. These are for him. I've played them against him multiple times, and he just scoops. So, this is great. And then, of course, for Striker, Imperial Lord.
Of course.
Shut them off. You don't
Also
need...
for Pendulums.
Right, also for Pendulums. You don't need your spells to function. You really don't. They help you. They're extenders, essentially. But you can get a good board without a spell.
Huh.
You can do fairly well without them.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and your monsters are huge. You get a 2100 beat stick to the field just by summoning it. So, why not?
Alright, would you make any changes?
Actually, no. I'm actually very much so in love with this deck as is. If I was forced to make a change, maybe one more Fortress. I have it if I need it, but I feel like 2 Mega Fleet's enough. I can get over most boards anyway without it. So it's a great deck. Got me second to our World Championship celebration.
Yeah,
And it
congrats
got-
on that.
Oh yeah, I loved it. And also gave me second today, so I have no complaints. I love the deck. No, nothing to really.
Alright, and you said you were going to showcase like the quick combo.
Yeah, let me show you guys this combo real quick. It's the nuts. It's just the nuts. So what you need,
How many cards do you need?
you need core. You need 1 soldier, and you need cyber emergency. And actually, no, you need cyber emergency. You just need machine gun.
Okay, so 3-card combo.
3-card combo. So
Which the only downfall of this deck is that it doesn't really run draw cards.
right, that's one thing that kind of does hurt. But I mean, you don't necessarily need them. You're just trying to break a board at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
So you just need these 3. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna normal core, use core's effect. It's mandatory. If you have Veer in hand, even better. But you get his effect. You're gonna go ahead, grab yourself cyber emergency. Okay. Go and activate emergency. This will be in your grave. Get yourself a hers to hand. All right. So hers is not in your hand. Your hand is now soldier, hers, and machine gun. Okay. So after that, you're gonna go ahead and activate your. You can activate your soldier. Go ahead and activate soldier. So get rid of hers, summon soldier, and defense. I see a lot of people playing him in attack. You must put him in defense as part of his effect. You're gonna do chain link
Yeah,
1.
we can actually use the actual columns.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and
Make it easier.
a little bit nicer for everybody. So, graveyard's here. Boom, boom. That's your hand. All right. So now you've got these. You're gonna do chain link 1 hers, chain link 2 soldier. You need to get that cyber dragon in hand in case you draw the other soldier. If you negate your soldier get from deck to hand, then I mean it sucks. But hey, whatever. This is Yu-Gi-Oh. We deal with this all the time. So you get your OG. I call him OG all the time.
Of course.
And your soldier. Right? You're gonna soldier again. Okay? Soldier's summon effect is not once per turn. His search effect is.
Yeah.
So discard that Cyber Dragon, get the other soldier. Alright? I'm going to overlay both of these into your Infinitrack River Stormer. Okay? Detach from River Stormer. Get yourself the Infinitrack Anchor Drill. Okay? So now he's in your hand. What you're going to do is go ahead and Machine Dupe on the core. Again, if you're putting Ash this, Jesus. But get ahead, get your core effects, get those last 2 Cyber Dragons out of your deck. Right there. What you're going to do now is link these 2 off into, where is he? Into Platinum Gadget. Alright. So now what you're going to do, overlay these into Nova. Use Nova's effect, detach. Since you have multiple Cyber Dragon targets in here, you can just go ahead and detach, bring back the material Cyber Dragon. Bring that back out. Then use Nova to go into Infinity in case your opponent tries to negate what you do next. So go ahead and make your Infinity. Then from there, use Platinum Gadget's effect, special summon the Anchor Drill from your hand. Alright, Anchor Drill's effect is to take its level and another monster's level on the field, add them together. Both of these monsters then become that level. So what we're going to do is use Infinitrack Anchor Drill, target Cyber Dragon. Alright?
4 + 5 equals
9. 9. Overlay both of those, and you're going to go into VFD.
And his name is John Cena.
Yep. Alright, now if you're going first and you make this board, which preferably you are, you're going first and make this board, you go ahead and absorb one of your opponent's monsters, and then keep going.
Well, if you're going first, you're not absorbing anything.
Well, if you're going first, you're going to absorb the Platinum Gadget.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Absorb the Platinum Gadget going first, because he is a machine, and you have a Cyber Dragon monster on the field.
I forget, he cannot be used as link material, but he can still be fusioned away.
Yes, he can. So your opponent can Mega Fleet you on just these 2 cards. So what you want to do is absorb this, so that you can't get Mega Fleeted or Fortressed unless they are playing the mirror match against you, in which case that is going to be terrible. But VFD is a negate. It negates the effects. When you call a monster type, all your opponent's monsters become that element. Sorry, and
Attribute.
Sorry, I'm thinking Avatar. Water, fire, earth, air. But they turn all of your opponent's monsters into the attribute you declare. You can match their declared types so that their monster in their hand won't even trigger. If you know it, do it. If you're playing Salamander, call fire.
Oh yeah.
Shuts them off. If you don't, call Earth. 9 times out, there aren't a lot of Earth decks in the game right now, so I call Earth 9 times out of 10. So just call Earth. They'll shut that down. They can't attack. They can't activate effects. And then you got Infinity sitting over here for another spell and trap negate, so that they can't blow up your board. And you've got 2 other cards in your hand, so that might be another Infinite Impermanence. It could be an Ash Blossom. You got options.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a great deck, and when you swing at your opponent next turn, you're swinging for at least, what is this, 58?
At least.
At least 58 damage to the face. So, great deck, have a lot of fun with it, recommend it highly.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you very much, Andre, and like, favorite, and subscribe if you liked the video, and if you don't, tell us why Andre's deck sucks. Alright, see you guys next time. Peace.